Hi, I'm Lola Aneke, and I welcome you to Speak Dial on Finding Help with Special Needs. So it's still Better Speech and Hearing Month as declared by Asha. Therefore, today I'll be sharing with us a few tips for promoting conversational tone-taking skills in children with special needs. I'm sure that by now, when I talk about communication disorders and I say special needs, you know I'm referring to children with autism, Down syndrome, non-verbal learning disability, and sometimes children with ADHD. So today I'll be talking about tone-taking skills. And the reason I'm adding children with ADHD today is that sometimes they can be impulsive, such that when you're speaking with them, they do not wait for their turn before they speak. I'll be sharing a few games with also promote tone-taking skills with these children. And the first game is the hide and seek game. We all know about hide and seek, where someone goes to hide and the other person goes to find the person hiding. And once that person is being found, the person that found the one hiding now goes to hide, and then the turn is the retreats who goes to find. So that's what hide and seek game is all about. You could also do the ball throwing games, where you have two people, even three, four people, because in the conversation sometimes we have 2 to 3 or more people having a conversation at the same time, and that ability to be able to take turns to speak is what makes the conversation much more effective. So it's very important for us to teach our children who have issues with communication, particularly these children with autism, learning disabilities, Down syndrome, and ADHD, how to take turns. But the first thing you need to do is to teach them games that they can succeed at, games that will teach tone-taking skills to them. So I said that the first one is hide and seek game. The second one is the ball throwing game, where one of the speakers, or you have 2 or 3 children, one person throws the ball, and the person catches it, another person throws the ball, and another person catches it. That way they're learning tone-taking skills. Another good one which I really like is a phone call game, where you have 1 or 2 people have a phone with them, be a toy phone, mostly toy phones, and they're pretending that they're speaking to one another on the phone. And then someone says hello, and the other person says hi at the other end, and then you wait, and then you take your turn by asking questions. So these are good examples of tone-taking skills. In one of my videos, my previous videos, I talked about using card games, such as somebody has a yellow card and then the other person has a green card, and then once the yellow card is up, child A takes child A's turn to speak, and then once the green card comes up, it's child B's turn to speak. So such games also help children to learn how to engage in turn-taking skills. So having said that, I would like to share about 6 to 7 tips with us on how to engage children, how to promote conversational skills in children. The first tip I'll be sharing with us is to ensure that we respond positively when a child starts a conversation with you. So if a child comes to you to say, "Mommy," or "Mrs. A, I saw this," no matter how busy you are, as long as that child has started that conversation with you, you need to learn to pay attention. I know there are times you're trying to take children that when you're on the phone they don't talk, but when you know that you're trying to promote conversational skills with a child, and the child is trying to get your attention, please respond to that child positively. It's not a time to say, "Oh, I'm too tired," or "Can't you see I'm doing something right now?" Please respond appropriately and positively to that child by saying, "Oh, what did you just say? Oh, really? Oh, did that really happen?" That's a good way to respond to a child positively. "Oh, I'm listening to you. Speak on." Those are good ways of responding positively to a child when they start conversations with you. Now, sometimes when you are having a conversation with a child, they tend to talk off point. Please do not shut them up when they're talking off point. Acknowledge what they're saying and then redirect them back to the conversation you're having. So for example, if you're talking about apple with a child, and you go, "Apple is a fruit, and apples can be red in color or sometimes green." A child can say to you, "Mangoes are yellow." You don't want to shut that child up, because you want to encourage conversation to take place. And the best thing to do is to say, "Yes, mangoes are yellow, but we're talking about apples right now, and then you go on with your discussion about the apples. Okay. The third tip I'll be sharing with us is to get the child's attention when you are talking. Ensure that the child is paying attention to you. I've explained this in my previous videos, talking about making sure the child really hears you, child is listening to you, is paying attention to you, and that you come down to the child's level. Now, when we're having conversation with children and we want to promote their conversation skills, please let's keep our sentences as short and as simple as possible. So as opposed to saying, I'm really excited with you about going to school yesterday, you can just say, oh, I'm happy that you went to school yesterday. As simple as that, so that you can encourage them to want to converse with you. Okay. Now, include comments and questions in your conversation when you're speaking with these children. So that's another point, and that's the fifth point I'll be sharing with us today. Ensure that you include comments and questions when you speak with them. So, for example, your child says to you, "Mommy, Femi fell." You want to say, "Did he?" And then you say, "Tell me more about it." So the conversation is taking place. When you say, "Did he?" the child could say, "Yes, he fell." And then you say, "Tell me more about how he fell." And he could say, "Oh, he slipped at the playground," or something like that. And then conversation is taking place, and it's actually back and forth. Now, the sixth point I'll be sharing with us today is for us to ensure that we give these children time when they are trying to answer our questions. Remember, it takes them a while to process some of these questions, so give them time when you're trying to converse with them and you're saying something to them. Ensure that you give them enough time to respond or to answer your question. And lastly, do not pressure them for answers. When you ask them questions, they may not know the answer. Do not say, "Am I not talking to you?" or "Can't you answer me? Why don't you want to answer me?" No, that doesn't help them. Instead, understand why they're not answering you. Probably they don't know the answer to the question you're asking them. Then give them the right answer, or answer the question by yourself. So these are the few tips I have for us today in ensuring that a child with communication disorders or children with autism or non-verbal learning disabilities or ADHD or Down syndrome engage in meaningful conversations with us and turn taking, and we also boost their turn taking skills. So the games I shared with us are the telephone conversations game, the hide and seek game, the ball throwing games, and the card games. And then the few tips I shared with us today is that we should respond positively to these children when they're speaking with us. And then when the child talks off points, please acknowledge what the child is saying and redirect the child. The third point I shared with us is to get the child attention when you're speaking with the child, and then talk in short and simple sentences. That was the fourth point I shared with us. The fifth point is to include comments and questions in our conversations. And then the sixth point is to give the child time to process what you're saying so that the child can answer appropriately. And then the last point I shared with us is not to pressure the children when you're asking them questions and they don't have the answer. So these are the few points I'm sharing with us today. By now you will know that one of my favorite things is to equip parents and teachers on skills they can use to help children with special needs and other neurotypical children on how they can learn in our inclusive classroom or in our day-to-day activities. Therefore, don't forget to look out for some of my upcoming trainings in the next couple of days. Please do yourself a favor by acquiring knowledge during that training. So don't forget to register for that training. More information is on the flyer that will be displayed right now. Thank you for watching this video and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.